Alright, this is Chapter 7, Lesson 3 on triangles. I'll be doing the guided practice off page 558. First of all, I'm just going to talk just briefly about triangles, what they are. Triangles have three sides. Something that you should always know is that the sum of the interior angles, if you add up the inside angles, the sum of the interior angles is always 180 degrees in a triangle. That's a piece of information you'll need to understand. This angle plus this angle plus this angle will always equal 180 degrees, no matter what the triangle looks like. Some things also that we want to be able to do is classify. Classify means what class do they fit in. You can always classify triangles by their angles and by their sides. So you should give them two classifications. By angles, you have three possibilities. They are either acute, which means they have all three angles less than 90 degrees. All three of them have to be less than 90. They are right. It only takes one right angle to make it a right triangle. Or they are obtuse. It takes exactly one obtuse angle to make it an obtuse triangle. As far as sides go, you have what is called scalene, which means zero sides match or are congruent. You have what is called isosceles, where two sides are congruent. And you have equilateral, where all three sides are congruent. By the way they show congruent sides is they put the same number of lines through each one, so they're telling you all three are congruent. Here would be an isosceles. This one matches this one, but they don't match this one. Scalene means none of the sides match. They're all different lengths. Okay? By the way, you could look at that. Acute, 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 that's an acute. Acute, 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 that's an acute. That one looks like it's probably obtuse, a little bit bigger than 90. It only takes one to make it bigger than 90. All right. Let's do the guided practice. Number 1 says draw a triangle with three acute angles and two congruent sides. So what do I need? I need they're all three acute, so it's going to be acute, and two congruent, which means it's going to be isosceles. So if I make those two congruent, but doesn't match this one, that's how I'd grow it. Less than 90, less than 90, less than 90, that makes it acute. Two congruent sides, that makes it isosceles. So it's an acute isosceles triangle. Number 2. Number 2 says find the measure of angle T in triangle RST. By the way, this means angle T. This is how you denote a triangle. So measure of angle T if in triangle RST if the measure of angle R is 37 degrees and the measure of angle S is 55 degrees. Well, I've got R, I've got S, I just don't know T, and I do know what they all add up to be, because I listened to my teacher who said they always add up to be 180. So that means that 37 plus 55 plus this number that I don't know, which I'll call K, even though it's, it's a T, but I don't like T as a variable. I know that equals 180. So let me combine my like terms. I get 92 plus K equals 180. Solve it. I subtract 92 from both sides. And I get K must be an 88 degree angle. So K is an 88 degree angle. All that because I know that that they always add up to be 180 in a triangle. So number 3 says triangles used in the game of pool to rack the pool walls. Find the missing measure of the triangle. Once again, this plus this has to equal 180. So let me go ahead and combine like terms. 120 plus X equals 180. All I need to do is subtract the 120 and I get X equals 60. So this is 60, and by the way, if that's a 60, 60, 60, they're all three acute, and all three of them match, because guess what? If the angles match, the sides match. If that's an acute equilateral triangle. Number 4 says how can triangles be classified? Once again, we have that information right up here. By their angles, that's acute, right, or obtuse. Sides, scalene, isosceles, equilateral. And I'll show you an example of why you can't have more than one right or more than one obtuse. So if I'm trying to draw a triangle and I make one that's bigger than 90 and I make another one that's bigger than 90, these two are never going to match. It's going to take a fourth side, which makes it no longer a triangle. Same thing if I do a 90 degree angle and then I come over here and do another 90 degree angle. That makes these sides parallel, which means they're never going to match. You're going to need a fourth side to get them to match. So you can't have two right angles in a triangle. You can't have two obtuse angles. You're always going to have two acute angles and either a right, an obtuse, or another acute. And the last one I did, I just gave you a little bit of a problem here that's not on your paper. Zoom in just a little bit. So here you have some parallel lines. I'm going to tell you that this one is parallel to this one. And I have some information and I want to be able to find A, B, and C. Well, here's one thing I noticed from chapter 1. I'll change colors here. Or not from chapter 1, but lesson 1. Is that this plus this are supplementary and add up to this. So if I take 180 minus these two, I'll get this one right here. So 180 minus 115, make sure I'm doing my right math right there. 180 minus 115 is 65. That's a 65-degree angle. Remember, these two are what is called vertical. Vertical angles are always congruent. So B, measure of angle B, is 65 degrees. All right, well, that's good to know. Helps me a little bit, right? But I want A and C. Wait, down here I see that C is 60 because these are vertical angles, so measure of angle C is 60 degrees. And then if I know two of the three, can't I find out that A plus this 65 plus is 60? Let me write that down. A plus 65 plus 60 is a triangle, so I have to equal 180. Let me combine like terms. 125. Alright, so if I subtract 125 from both sides, I get 55-degree angles, and the measure of angle A is 55 degrees. 55 degrees. That's the way to use your understanding of vertical, of supplementary, of some of the interior angles of a triangle, all those things to be able to find missing angles.